Hello, and welcome in to another edition of 12 Ounce Update, live here on 12 Ounce Sports via YouTube and, of course, 12ouncesports.com. We appreciate you tuning in once again, and this show is presented by Simple. Go to 12ouncesports.com/simple and get on the path to a healthier lifestyle. We're going to first start off this informative show. It's not biased. It's not your average 12 on sports show. This is strictly informative and informational, etc. As always, and by the way, this is 12 Months Update. I am your host, Michael Carvelis, here on Fridays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Captain Lou holds it down Mondays at 6:30, and on Wednesdays, El Jefe, the station godfather, holds it down. Now let's get into our network news here on 12 Months Update. We got monetized on YouTube. That's right, little old 12 Ounce Sports, little old grassroots network. 12 Ounce Sports got monetized on YouTube, which means we are on our way to making this even more of a career. We are very excited. It's been mostly volunteer efforts up till now. We're hoping to break the bank open a little bit here, but your subscription and your viewing means that much more to us. And we thank you for all of you who have been here, whether it be from day one, back of 12 on Sports Radio, or if we're here now on YouTube for the first time. Thank you for tuning in and making this possible. Also, in other network news, Ben Foster signed a 2-year deal with the Calgary Roughnecks. Now, you're probably wondering at first here, Michael, isn't this National Lacrosse League news? If you even caught on to that, I appreciate you. It is. But Ben Foster happened to be in a game where he scored 9 goals this past weekend in Montana for the Montana Lacrosse League's Crusaders in a semifinal matchup. I happened to be on the call for that game on this here network. That game is still in full on YouTube. The newest Calgary Roughnecks latest game, well, one of his latest games can be shown for free right here on 12 on Sports YouTube. Look up a semifinal from Saturday between the Crusaders and I want to say the Rockhoppers maybe, or it might have been the another team. But yeah, he scored 9 goals. So shout out to Ben Foster, who gets a 2-year deal with the Roughnecks after that game. I like to say we have a hand in it. We probably did not. All right, let's first get into Thursday Night Football, which happened last night. The Denver Broncos beat the New Orleans Saints, really pantsed them, 33-10. This game actually pushed over on the total within the last minute and 12 seconds. So shout out to the New Orleans Saints for doing that, for people who thought the game was over. But yeah, Thursday Night Football, Broncos went into New Orleans, beat Spencer Rattler and the Saints 33-10 as Sean Payton got revenge on his former team. Let's get to some MLB postseason updates here. Remember, we only have 15 minutes to get through this thing. Right now, NLCS game number 5 is in progress. And right now, in the top of the 4th inning, yes, that's right, if I'm reading this correctly, the 4th inning here, the New York Mets lead the Los Angeles Dodgers 8-2. Now, the Dodgers are trying to close out the best-of-7 series. They already lead 3-1 in this series, but obviously the Mets took it to them early. I'm going to get to some stats on that early in this game. So far, you had Pete Alonso homering to center for a 3-1 shot in the bottom of the first. Marte doubled to left to make it 5-1 in the third. Alvarez singled to left to make it 6-1. Lindor tripled to right to make it 7-1. That's usually the hardest leg of a cycle, in case you're wondering. And Nemo singled to right, making it 8-1. And just moments ago, Pages homered to left to make it 8-2. So can the Dodgers make a comeback? We don't know. That game's happening right now on FS1, but you didn't care because you're right here on YouTube watching 12 on Sports. ALCS game number 4, I gotta think is pretty soon. Yeah, it starts at 8:08, weird timing, tonight Eastern Time. So in about an hour and a half or so, the Yankees at the Guardians. New York Yankees lead the series 2-1. And by the way, I don't know if you caught the 10th inning matchup that happened Wednesday night, but the Guardians won 7-5 in 10 innings thanks to a walk-off homer and some magic in the ninth. So there you go. But yeah, right now we're keeping a focus. And I think Captain Lou got to that game, but if he didn't, I'm here for you. But if he did, I'm sorry. But yeah, Yankees Guardians game number 5. Game number 4 is tonight. But right now, game 5 is 8-2 for the NLCS. Mets up in that one. Top of the 4th, 2 outs. The bases are loaded for the Dodgers. That's interesting. I'll keep an eye on that. All right, so let's take a commercial break here. When we come back, we're going to get into college football week 8. There were 3 massive games you probably want to pay attention to. And also we'll get into the NFL week 7 slate. We also got hockey to get into and WNBA finals. A lot to talk about here. So little time. We'll be right back after a word from MyBookie and 12ouncesports.com/tickets. We'll be right back.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
We're live here on 12 Ounce Update on this gorgeous Friday, at least here in South Georgia, at 6:30-ish Eastern Time. It's now 6:39 p.m. is your time, but we are so happy to have you here via YouTube and, of course, 12ouncesports.com. It's 12ozsports.com. Check out the other great stuff that we have there. Also, we're presented by Simple. You're on the path to a healthier lifestyle. Go to 12ouncesports.com/SIMPLE. Grammar is very hard sometimes. All right. It's not really. College football week number 8 is happening. And by the way, there's also some games happening tonight, including at 7 o'clock, Florida State at Duke. You also have Oregon at Purdue, Oklahoma State at BYU, and Fresno State at Nevada. By the way, if you want to bet these games, go to mybookie.ag. Use the promo code 12OZSports, all caps, no spaces. We're up to a $1,000 first deposit bonus. I'll go and add that banner in here. Here it is, just like it's written on the screen, mybookie.ag, promo code 12OZSports if you want to bet any of these games. So let's get into Saturday slate. All these times are Eastern once again. 3:30, number 24, Michigan at number 22, Illinois. Michigan's favored by 4. The total is set at 44 and a piece of chicken. So Michigan, of course, tries to avoid another loss this season as Illinois try to make their mark at home. That would be a big win for them. Also at 3:30, number 7, Alabama at number 11, Tennessee. I believe this game's on ABC. I think that's the SEC on ABC kind of deal. Alabama as we know, is after they beat Georgia, after they escaped Georgia, they lost to Vanderbilt for the first time in school history, and then they had to come back against South Carolina. So Josh Heupel in Tennessee trying to also make Alabama's life a living hell. We'll have to see how that works. But Tennessee, favored by 3, total is at 57. At 7:30 on Saturday, number 5 Georgia at number 1 Texas in one of the SEC games of the year so far, and the game of the year in college football so far in general. Texas favored by 5, totals at 57. Georgia's already lost the game this year. As I mentioned, Alabama beat them. Texas trying to keep the freight train rolling. Now let's get straight into NFL week number 7. This is where the big boys play. In London on Sunday, you'll see the Patriots and the Jaguars. Doug Peterson is going to try to escape London with a job. And standing in his way is Drake May making his second career start. Jaguars favored by 6, totals at 42. Couple of 1 o'clock games that are very intriguing. Texans at the Packers in a battle of AFC South and NFC North supremacy. Green Bizzle favored by 3. The total is set at 47.5. And NFC North supremacy officially. How about the Lions at Minnesota to take on the Vikings? Minnesota's favored by just 1.5 at home. The total is at 50.5. The game everyone might be watching, including you, is on CBS. Chiefs at 49ers, the Jim Nantz Tony Romo game of the week. San Francisco favored by 1.5 at home. The total's at 47. Will the Chiefs go undefeated? We just don't know. This game could be a big tell if they do. Sunday Night Football on NBC. Carrie Underwood's ringing in your ears. New York Jets with interim coach Jeff Ulbrich will possibly have Devontae Adams as they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Jets are favored by 2 on the road. The total is at 38, and I believe Russell Wilson is starting for the Big Steel City. Now, let's get into this. We're going to do some NHL standings, and by the way, the Mets, after leading 8-2, still lead 8-2. The bottom of the 4th is happening, and they got out of that bases-loaded 2-out jam in the top of the 4th, so Mets are back on offense. Hockey standings, based on the ESPN app, but I'm sure it's not wrong. We're seeing the top 5 teams in the league. The New Jersey Devils are 5-2 with 10 points. The Calgary Flames are 4-0. The Dallas Stars are 4-1. The New York Rangers are 3-0-1. And the Utah Hockey Club, don't you just love what Washington Commanders set forth for us, the precedent of new teams? Just call them the Hockey Club. Utah's 3-1-1. And also 3-2-1 is the Florida Panthers. So there you go. Those teams all have 7, 8, and 10 points respectively. And finally, WNBA Finals, New York Liberty at the Minnesota Lynx. That game happens tonight. If the Liberty win, they win the WNBA championship. That game starts at 8 o'clock Eastern on ESPN with Ryan Ruocco and the crew. If the Lynx win, Game 5, a winner-take-all Game 5 in New York is set to take place Sunday at 8 o'clock Eastern, the day I turn 28. Reminder, this has been 12 Months Update with myself, Michael Carvelis. Everyone knows who I am, where I live. If you know me on Twitter, you know. Don't forget, Monday, Captain Lou will be right here in this chair holding it down, and Al Haffey will be here Wednesday. Thanks for watching 12 Months Update. It's been real. It's been awesome. You guys have a great weekend. Go Sports. Bye.